Hello and welcome back to the Players Club podcast. This is season 2, episode 18. Ooh, that was impressive. We are back for another. It's gonna be a bit of a chiller episode today. We're in that limbo of, missing the NFL, just getting off an All-Star break from basketball. Baseball hasn't fully started up yet. Spring training is kind of getting going, and March Madness is gonna get started soon. So we're in that in between. Not a lot's going on, so it's gonna be a bit of a relaxed episode today. We are, it's gonna be fun. We've had a wild last 2 weeks with our guests, and our episodes have been super entertaining. If you haven't seen them, go check them out. Once again, I am Jacob McDougald here with Brian Pereira. Brian, how are you feeling today?
I'm pretty good. I don't know about you.
I'm great.
I didn't watch sports last night, but one of my teams did get a huge dub. So shout out to Miami Heat, man, for real.
Mm-hmm. Jaime is gross, bro.
Disgusting. Rookie of the year. What? Pause. Spartan's going crazy over there with some noises. He's editing some videos.
Background noise is definitely from Dr. Sparling. So.
Jaime, you saw what happened when they gave him the rock.
Mm-hmm.
Bam, obviously. I ain't gonna lie. Saboner. I don't know why I just said that. Sabonis. That's what everybody calls him.
What?
I just sounded like an Instagram comment. Sabonis had a trip dub, but I ain't gonna hold you. Bam cooked him. No Jimmy, suspended. No Jovic, suspended. No Thomas Bryant, suspended. Tyler Hero.
They all got suspended for the fight?
So Jovic, Jimmy got suspended for the fight.
Mm-hmm.
Jovic got suspended for leaving the bench area. He came onto the court. Thomas Bryant got suspended 3 games because he fought with Jose Alvarado. I don't know if you saw that at by the scorer's table.
Yeah.
So them 3 were suspended. Tyler Hero hyperextended his knee against the Pelicans, bringing the ball down. So he was out today, and Terry Rozier still not back from his injury.
Dang.
So the Heat were out 8 players, because also technically Drew Smith was out as well, so that's 6. And then we had, who else was out? I can't remember who else was out. But they were down 8 players totally.
8 players is a lot.
Yeah, so our rotate, obviously, I don't know if you saw it, was DeLon Wright got his first Heat start after we signed him. After he got waived and we signed him. Or I think we traded for him. I can't remember. He got the start at the 1. D-Rob Duncan was the 2.
Yeah, I haven't watched much basketball up until today has been my catch-up day.
Caleb was the 3. Jaime was the 4. Bam was the 5. And then shout out Haywood Highsmith, man. 15 off the bench. Shout out Caleb, 19 off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
And he's playing a lot of center with Bam moving down to the 4. Both of them on the court, which I think is really smart from Spo. And then Bam had 27, 11, and 7. And we kind of just went like, Hyman, he was just cooking. He had, I think, 6 points at halftime, and he ended with 26. He had 12 in the third quarter alone.
No, he's nice.
And Caleb, I forgot. When I realized that we had no guards and no Jimmy, and Bam was being double-teamed, I was like, oh, why is Caleb bringing the ball down? I was like, oh, wait, he has to physically bring the ball down because D-Rob was off. D-Rob had a cold night, but he had 11 assists, though, because he changed his game completely.
Yeah.
He's not just a spot-up anymore. So we run our, like, a lot of teams don't watch that, but they run their offense through other players, not through Jimmy or Bam. Like, the offense isn't run through Jimmy. Unless Jimmy says, give me the ball, and then he does something. It's usually primarily ran through Tyler Hero or Bam. That's how they run their offense. And then, obviously, when Tyler's out, Bam's usually the big one. So Bam was being, like, there's a point. It was towards the end of the game. It was a crazy sequence. Bam was double-teamed. Because I don't think it was De'Aaron Fox was on DeLon Wright. It might have been Herder, if I'm not mistaken. I can't remember who was guarding him at the time. He dropped back and kind of was like in front of Bam, and Bam was already being guarded by Sabonis. So like Caleb brings the ball up, and he was being picked up 94 feet. I think De'Aaron was on him, or it was Keegan Murray. I can't remember who was on him. Brings the ball up. They give the ball to Bam. Then Bam is like double team, so he works it back out. Caleb's wide open. Fakes the 3, goes up. I don't know if you saw this. I was on Instagram.
No, I did.
Straight. Fakes the 3, right, on the hezzy. Goes straight. Dunks it. Puts them up 16. They try and go back quick. Bam gets a block on the other end.
Oh, that's
ended the game pretty much.
I did.
That ended the game right there. But they were up 20, blew it, ended up winning by 21. So it all worked out at the end of the game. I don't know if you saw. Did you see Jimmy?
On his story?
On his story.
Oh, no. What do you do?
So, they can't be in the arena. right? Because they're suspended. So they were watching. They were in Sacramento because they're playing. He's gonna play the next game. So he's in Sacramento with Jovic and Thomas Bryant. But they went to a restaurant and he headed like the game up and had them like a bunch of food and he was like, "Let's go Heat," like doing like the way they chant it. He was saying it, and then he goes, "Nico," he goes, "How you say it in Serbian?" He's like, tell me. He's like, "Translate it. Say it in Serbian." And he said it back. And it was so funny, man.
That's funny.
And he was like, Nico was there like, "Bro, come on." Like, all right, that's enough.
Yeah.
But it was funny. I mean, they got a good dub. I know your glorious king didn't play last night. But shout out to him. He's a GOAT at Madden, bro.
Bro, 500 wins?
That's crazy. He's better.
And what was his win percentage like?
82%. He was like 500 and 100.
But someone was like, "Oh, he's averaging 11 points a game, bro." That's just high level Madden.
It
bro.
don't it don't matter. He's cooking you, like,
bro. No, he's actually
cooking us. He's nasty
at Madden. Holy, that was crazy.
He's cooking us.
What can he do?
All right, play baseball. Play baseball.
Bro,
We've seen that.
Wait. What was it? Was it the one that you sent me where it was like, who's the greatest? Like, it was like athlete. It was all these different sports, and it was basketball, football.
No, I didn't send you that one.
Ooh, I saw a TikTok and it was just LeBron in a. So it was like basketball, baseball, football, swimming.
I might have.
Different pictures of LeBron. Volleyball was one.
I might have. Now when you said it like that, I got you.
It was just him doing all those different things.
I think it was me.
I love going in the comments of those posts, and the first one is, "Boy, oh boy, where do I start?" Michael.
It's like the poem I sent you.
Yeah.
It was like, this
I don't know where to begin when I talk about my.
Yeah. Oh man,
keep those memes coming, bro. They're funny every time.
Hey, honestly,
say what you want about me. I still enjoy them.
I don't care. Yeah, like I don't
can
get
make
why.
fun of myself for being a LeBron Glazer.
100%. I think that's the right way to do it.
Yeah.
I don't like when people are like, "Oh, how dare you!" Like, bro, call Bryce Harper trash. I'm not gonna care,
I'm
bro.
self-aware, and it's funny. I'll make fun of LeBron lying too. I'm not gonna defend him about it because it's hilarious.
You do be capping, like cap, and you mess around with those like the le something memes.
Yeah, I love those. They're
le
great.
king, le liar,
everything.
I knew Kobe was dropping 81, whatever. Yeah.
The decision. Anyways, I love all of them. So no, it's great. I'm here for the jokes. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
But I mean, even before that, when they played, not that he didn't play his last game, he played before. He had 30 versus Wemby, and then him and Wemby. You think they collaborated on that post? They talked about it.
They didn't collab, but I think they definitely.
You think I think Wemby saw LeBron's post. Maybe I should do that too.
Maybe, or at the end of the game, the little dap up post game. Dap was like, "I'm gonna put the king emoji and a little alien emoji.
Yeah.
You should flip it." And he was like, "Oh, I got you." And they probably did that.
You think about it, in 20 years, that pick could be legendary.
Like Kobe and Jordan at the All-Star game.
Yeah, that level.
That's probably.
I know
honestly,
people might say that's high praise for Wemby, but what he's doing,
it's crazy.
With 20, I know that the Spurs just suck. Once he gets better teammates and they start winning, he's doing everything he can. He's only playing 20 plus minutes a game, and he's averaging, I think, about 20 points. But he's also a defensive monster. He's a shot blocker, and you should be at that height.
Yeah.
But it's what do you have? 5 in the first time he had 5 and 5 as a rookie or whatever. I don't know what the
first one
was.
since Jordan.
Which is crazy.
27. I'm pretty sure it was 27 points. I'm confident on the points.
No, but my point is he's a dog. I'm sorry. Chet's been slowing down. Haven't heard much from him recently. Wemby's gonna get Rookie of the Year, even though the Spurs are probably gonna end up with 15 wins, maybe.
Let me see.
Every time I see the Spurs win, it's just a loss. Not win. It's the first Spurs play. It's just a loss from them, which is so unfortunate because he deserves better.
He had 27 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 steals, 5 blocks.
It's crazy that's
to
the
become
first
just
time.
the 15th player in NBA history to record a 5x5, and the first since Yusuf Nurkic in 2019. I did not know you had one. No, he wasn't the first one. He's the first rookie since Jordan to do it.
Oh, okay. Still.
And then, have you seen his last 5 game averages?
No.
He's nearly averaging 5x5.
There it is. Everyone that thought he's overhyped.
The only thing he's short on is steals. He's averaging 3 I think it's 2 steals a game. His last 5 games, he's averaging 5.6 blocks.
He'd probably be
absurd.
Averaging 30 plus if he got the ball a couple times more a game. Like his teammates looked for him.
Maybe, but I feel like they do. It's just also at the same time
do now, not before.
But I think also he's limited on minutes.
Exactly.
I just saw it right before getting here that he's averaging 0.72 points per minute, which is the most a rookie has done since Jordan did 0.74.
Yeah, he's breaking like so many rookie records,
which is absurd.
I mean, anyone who thought he wasn't gonna do something like this,
they're stupid.
They're dumb.
Yeah.
Like you can talk about overhyping and how he might be the greatest prospect since LeBron, which
was a true statement.
I think it was true too.
It's because he's literally a unicorn. Like what? There's a lot of things. The way Shaq, he moves, and the way he moves. I mean, yes. You mentioned Shaq.
No, I completely disagree with Shaq being like, we've seen this before, Bol. Because it's not. If they were true, then he'd be on the same level. It's not the same.
It is, but it's not. Bol moves the same way. Bol was the first guy that we
still slower, though. He's not as quick as Wemby is at that height.
Technically, yes. But what we saw, like, I agree. Also, him and Sharif are, like, really good friends. So, obviously, Shaq's, going to ride for him.
Like, the skill is there, but...
That's what I'm saying. He's not wrong in retrospect because... Bobo, the way he moves, Bobo shouldn't be moving the way he moves.
Yeah, exactly.
And he, kind of was the first one to do that. Now, Wemby's just better at it. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just agreeing with Shaq on the fact that Bobo, I think, was the first one that came in and was like, okay, this is what you can do being 7'5", if you practice it. And then Wemby was like, yeah, I'm just going to perfect it.
Wemby's taller than Bobo, though.
I think so.
Yeah, Bobo's like 7'2".
Something like that, yeah.
I mean, regardless, they're both 7-footers. But
you shouldn't be moving like that at 7 feet.
Wemby is one of one because he is bigger and also his fluidity of motion is just at a level we haven't seen.
I agree.
Like, he's calling ISO at the top of the key and sham guarding and like step back threes at 7'4".
That's absurd.
Like, that's 2K. That's 2K, bro. That's what I'm talking about. So that's why I think it's a little bit different because you can see, Bobo didn't really get a chance for a long time. And he's still fast, but he has the shooting, but it's just not as smooth. You know what I mean? And he's gonna be forced because he's like that to play more of a forward center role as opposed to being out on the wing.
I agree. I think obviously the closest comparison to Wemby is Chet.
Yeah,
it's Chet, and
Chet's doing this. Chet's quick
absurd.
too. He's doing the same thing.
It's absurd what they can do. How Chet can pull up on a hesitation dribble.
Yeah,
like you shouldn't do that. The only person that was able to do that at such a big height was Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
which is scary.
Like
he was scary, and now there's like Wemby and Chet, and you're like, what?
No, I agree.
What? How do you react?
Chet and Wemby are closer in my mind than Bobo and
100%.
Wemby.
But Bobo is in that conversation. If Bobo was like, if you just look at the way they play the game and height and body style, all three of them are in the same conversation. Mm-hmm. Just if you were to rank them, it would go Wemby, Chet, Bobo.
Yeah.
And that's not like
that's fair.
Yeah, I'm not knocking Bobo. I used to think Bobo was him. Like you look at him and like, wait, no, he didn't go to college. Did he? No, he did go to college, right?
I can't
remember if he went college or G League. Oh, I can't remember.
That's a good question.
I can't remember. Yeah. I can't remember. But like, looking at him younger, like, and I'm not talking about like high school young. Like I'm talking about before he came into the league. Oh, he did go to Oregon. That's what I thought. I wanted to say it, but I thought I was wrong. It was like you look at that and it was like, okay, yeah, he used to cook at Oregon. Like he could go. He's another player that's 7'2" and can call ISO and will cook you. And you're like, that should not happen. You should not be doing that.
Yeah.
But hey, evolution. That's the world. Basketball game is just.
Dude, it's
changed, man.
I saw this. I don't know if it was on Instagram, but it was a 6'10", like 13-year-old. He wasn't 13. I watched the highlights.
Nah, no chance.
He was not 13 years old. Nobody believed it because I mean people lie about that stuff all the time for social
100%.
media hype and
100%.
But sometimes you can look at it and be like, oh, I can see how there's a little immaturity here, and he just looks like a little bit younger. He looks like a grown man. He was not 13 years old.
Yeah, not like what was his name? Jaheir Jackson. Remember him? Child Jackson.
Was he the football?
Nah, the one that played with Bronny. That was like super tall.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, there's no way he's like 12, and then you look at his face and you're like, he's 12. You're 12. Like, no.
No, he's just a giant. Had stubble. I'm kidding you not. He was not 13. He looked like he had shaved his face
to get into the tournament.
Yeah. Put some goggles on and be like, oh yeah, you know the paper from I'm 12. That's what he was rocking.
That was his birth certificate.
I immediately after he dunked like off of like pound dribble off vert dunk, I was like, you're not 13, bro. So why are you lying?
There's no way a 13-year-old knows how to pound dribble.
No, he was.
There's no way.
He was just straight up. Hey, like, no, you're not 13. Your arms were bigger, way too big for that.
I don't get parents, man. I don't get parents. Anything to make their kids better. It's so stupid.
It is dumb, but I don't know. I think on the topic of the NBA, like the season is starting to get to the point where the seeding is starting to matter. Games are getting more important. Starting to look at the play-in picture.
Yeah.
Do you think there's going to be any surprising like spots that are going to be filled, or like teams that like the Warriors maybe that might fall off and maybe not even make the playoffs? Or
what would be surprising is the East. I think the West is way too competitive. I mean, we saw it. I don't know if you saw it, but like the gap between first and eighth is smaller than the gap between first and second in the East, which is absurd.
Insane.
It's crazy. And I don't know if you saw this, actually, before I go on that. The last time the Celtics were 45-12 at this point in the season, they won. It was 08.
Yeah.
And now they're 45-12. And they're like, everyone is saying, and it goes to like, this also refers to baseball as well. It's like, if they don't win, referring to like the Dodgers, ironically, LA and Boston, because of how, much money they've put into it. And the same thing with the Celtics. They're like, if they don't win, they're the Cowboys.
I mean,
I agree. I mean, as an avid Boston Celtics hater, because shout out the Heat. I mean, I agree.
That's fair.
I agree.
That's totally valid.
I think that they have to win the East. If they don't win the East, it's a failure of a season. There's nothing that says, oh, they made it to the Eastern Conference Finals, because guess what? You were there last year, you were there the year before, and you were there the year before that. Right?
Yeah, and the only competition people were saying were...
They've been there the last 4 years, because they lost to the Heat in the bubble.
Yeah.
They lost to the Bucks. They lost to the... They ended up winning. They lose to the finals in the Warriors. And then they lost last year to the Heat.
The Bucks might be their only competition, but even they're playing bad right now. They're like 3 of 7 in the last 10 games. Like, Doc Rivers came in, and like you said, they instantly started losing. So, I don't know what's going on with them.
Apparently, I saw this, though, that they've actually held opponents to under 100 points 3 times since Doc got there. And they only did that once with Adrian Griffin, which I thought was interesting.
Did they win those games, though? Were those the 3 that they won?
I think so, but it's like it kind of shows that he's a little bit more of a defensive presence than Adrian Griffin was.
And that was the problem.
Which I thought was interesting.
No, that was their issue. That's what they were looking to change. They said they were defensive liability, but I don't know. I don't know about the Warriors, to be honest. I feel like they keep selling games.
Curry's low-key been kind of cold the last couple of games. I don't know if you've seen it. He only had 20 last night, which is crazy to think that 20 is a bad night. When a lot of players can get 20, you're like, yo, that's pretty good.
But this is Steph we're talking about.
But it's Steph Curry. Shooting 1 of 10 from 3 is unacceptable.
And was he 20, and like how many free throws, and was he shooting like...
It was 1 of 10 from 3, which is unacceptable.
Mm-hmm.
So...
And I don't know what his field goal numbers were looking like, but...
I think 40-something. I could check that.
Because that's the thing that makes a 20 bomb look less than it is. If you're shooting like 30 plus shots,
I hate the NBA app.
Yeah,
crashes.
No, the NBA app's annoying.
It's been crashing, right?
Yeah.
It's not just me. Okay.
No, it's not just you.
All right. I'm on ESPN.
No, ESPN is the way to go always.
Oh, I have it. I have it for like other stuff. Yeah, 1 of 10. He shot 6 of 19, so just under 30%. Just under 33%.
Okay.
7 of 8 from free throw. So yeah, it wasn't a good night. 4 assists, 1 rebound. It wasn't a good night, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Klay Thompson had 23. He's been coming off the bench. But obviously, Jokic 32, 16, 16 is absurd.
I was watching First Take in the Calf yesterday. It's a cursed sentence, but it's true. And it was, I think, Stephen A. talking to Shannon about who's going to compete with Jokic for MVP. I don't know what his numbers are looking like because I haven't seen as much this season.
Almost a tripped up, I know that.
That doesn't surprise me, though. Do you think Jokic is MVP this year again, or do you think it's...
who?
It beats hurt, so...
Who?
He is hurt, right?
Yeah. But who?
I don't know.
He's averaging 26, 12, and 9 on 58% field goal percentage.
58?
Yes, 58.3. And 35 from 3. He's kind of shooting worse from 3, but he's 1 for 3.
Yeah.
1.1 for 3, so 35.
Yeah, I agree.
He actually averaged a triple-double in 21-22.
Only one I could say maybe is Luka.
Oh, no, he didn't. I'm reading rebounds, and I'm dumb. Yeah.
Luka's been averaging... I mean, his numbers have been crazy.
But
him and Kyrie have been clicking in Dallas. I know they just lost their last game by like 21, but still, they are what, sixth?
It happens to everybody.
They're what, sixth in the West, I think, and they're top 7. I know that for a fact.
Oh, that's the wrong sport. Put up the NFL. They are 8th.
They're 8th? They must have just dropped. I swear I looked and they were
Minnesota,
6th.
Oklahoma tied. Denver, LA. The Clippers, that is. Suns, Pelicans,
but the 6
Kings.
through 8 are all 34-24, 33-24, 30. Yeah, okay. And then Lakers 31-28.
So if Phoenix loses and New Orleans loses, and then Sacramento and Dallas win, they flip.
Yeah, it must have just flipped because they just lost and those other teams won.
And even that, Utah is not far off 10, off the Warriors, that they can still make a comeback and get into the play-in. Dude, which is kind of crazy.
The West is ridiculous right now. But I think that, what was I saying? The Mavericks with Luka and Kyrie, no one thought it would work because the two
ball dominant
guards, and they're not gonna be able to click off one another, as if they're not two of the greatest that we've seen and can probably learn how to play with one another. I mean, he got traded mid-season last year.
Yeah, so, no, but it had sense though. Yeah, because Kyrie left to be the number 1 player. We cannot forget that.
But I think at this point in his career, he knows
he can't win as a number 1.
That didn't work out, and he's gonna be able to be like, okay,
I have to be a number 2.
Yeah. Luka's the number 1. But Kyrie can take over and drop 40 if they need him to.
If they need him. Oh, I'm not disagreeing.
Yeah.
But it's the same thing. Every team has that. You know? It's the case of, Jason Tatum's the number 1 guy, but Jaylen Brown can go get you 40.
With his right hand. Sorry.
Only.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Every team has that. And it's kind of like, Bron's number 1, AD's number 2.
Even though Bron wants AD to be number 1 and him to be number 2.
AD don't want to be number 1.
Dang near 40 years old.
But Bron is 40 and has to be. There's a difference. Bron has to be number 1.
He doesn't want to be. He's like, bro, I'm too old for this.
AD can be number 1, but
he don't want to be number 1.
He wants to be number 1 occasionally. And we're saying this as casuals. You know what? Yeah. And I say we're casuals because we don't like.
Yeah, we're not in the locker rooms.
We're not in the locker rooms. We're not into the analytic points. Yeah. As JJ Redick. Shout out JJ Redick, though.
Love JJ.
But it's a thing of like, based off what we see and we know the same amount as the average Joe, it looks as if AD doesn't want to have all the pressure on him because it didn't, like, he did have it in New Orleans and then wanted to go somewhere else. And it's like you had a pretty solid squad in New Orleans because Boogie was still in his prime.
Him and Boogie together were...
That was absurd. So it's like, I don't know.
No, I completely get what you're saying. I do want to touch on the no call last night and anyone who saw the last sequence with the Knicks versus the Pistons. I mean...
Yeah. I agree.
He dove into his legs. And the only point that people are talking about, oh, it's a loose ball, he's going for the loose ball. You can't tackle somebody in basketball, even if it's a loose ball, and then not be a foul. Yeah. My first thought seeing that clip was, how is it not a foul? Like, they're calling hand checking on Trae Young when he's tapping his side, and they're not going to call that? Like, how many times do we have to say the NBA has an officiating problem before they actually get to fixing it? We've seen refs literally be biased and nearly fix games for people based on their affiliates. And Adam Silver, like, I love him as a commissioner. He's probably the best owner of the league. Yeah. But I feel like this is the one thing he's neglecting to do something about. Because we're seeing this over and over again. Just this season, it's been going on for years. And there's no repercussions. Yeah. All they say after the fact is, oh, we made a bad call. But that doesn't change the outcome of the game, and there's no accountability for that. It's, oh, we're sorry, and that's it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
and one right after that no call in that situation to win the game is like, I completely understand Monty Williams being livid and then leaving the.
It's a questionable call. At least the way I saw it as a questionable do do you just want him to let go of the ball? Like, do you want Dante to stop going for the ball in that case? Because who's the one that's on the Pistons? Is it Amin or Asar? Who's the one on the Pistons?
It was Asar.
I can get confused.
Yeah, it was.
If he's going for the ball and Dante's going here, and he's a little bit closer, do you just want Dante to let him get the ball?
No, but he doesn't have to dive into his legs, though. But
it didn't. The way it looked from the other angle, it showed it. From the angle that the ref was, because it was over here, it looks as if he just stops. I'm not agreeing with the call. I'm just saying it looks like he goes for the ball and then like stops, and he kind of hit like he doesn't absorb the contact. He kind of holds his contact, and I think that's where you should have called it. I don't know. I think
it's a foul.
It should have been a foul.
Just playing it like straight up, just a foul.
It should have been a foul, but I'm saying I can see why the ref was a little like hesitant, because he calls it. Everyone's saying that's a horrible call.
I mean,
and then it's like, oh, we should not have called a foul. It should have da-da-da. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I think it's better to call it, stop play, and have them reassess, because there's still time to do something, than no call and let them get a game-winning bucket like that. You know what I mean? Like,
no, I agree.
That's a huge.
I agree.
That was a huge turnaround after the fact.
I agree.
Because that's a key turnover.
Mm-hmm.
A key turnover that he just gave the ball away, and then he got hit and just wasn't able to, like, I don't know. Personally, I think it was a foul. I see where you're coming from, though.
Yeah. I agree it was a foul. Yeah. I'm not like saying it was a bad call. No, it was. I'm not saying it was a good call. It was a bad call.
It's just weird. It's just that the refs are so weird. They're on a power trip.
It is. They're on a power trip, but at the same time, we want them to stop calling so many fouls, and then when they don't call a foul, us as fans get mad that they didn't call a foul.
We want them to stop calling ticky-tack fouls. You know what I mean?
No, I know. I'm just saying. Like,
yeah.
I don't know where.
I'm not saying, like, we're not saying a foul isn't a foul. We're saying that, like, tapping somebody or slamming the basketball or giving the ball to a ref is not a tack. You know what I mean?
No,
Stuff like that.
I agree with that.
Instead of just being like
stupid.
Smacking LeBron's arm in the Celtics game. Yes, I'm bringing that back when Pat Bev brought the camera out. Like,
I agree. That's a clean foul.
A terrible no call.
100%.
I think is worse than a bad call. You know what I mean? Like a no call.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't know, because I feel like they always happen in those bigger situations.
Yeah. And I think it's because refs are hesitant.
Yeah.
To make the foul call, and then next thing you know, there's some dumb fan out here, or not dumb, but fan who gets extremely pissed, and then finds everything out about this ref, and then next thing you know, they're like being threatened, and it's like, come on, man. Because I'm not saying it has happened, but we've seen it happen to athletes. Yeah. So it can happen to refs.
Just kidding. What did happen to a ref? Happened to that ref.
Which one?
He got exposed for like his whole family being a Celtics fan.
Yeah, he got exposed because I think it was his sister posted as like a fan of Celtics. I was talking about like, we're bringing like close family members, like not like that, like. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say it out loud either, but threatening like them and their well-being, I would say. No, because we've seen it with athletes. Mm-hmm. We've seen it when like they don't hit, when you put a parlay on like someone have a certain amount of yards in football, or Tyrese Maxey being called Tyrese Minimum because he didn't get the maxi amount of points. Shout out that guy on TikTok, man.
No, that was too funny, bro.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, he just made a funny video, but other dudes take it to the extreme of like, I'm gonna like find you and I will. Like,
well, those people have nothing better to do with their lives. And
I know, but I'm just saying. Yeah. It could happen. So I feel like refs constantly are like debating whether like, do I call this or not? So it's like, I don't know. It's a tricky situation.
I know, it all happened so fast, like in the moment, but I just feel like that particular one last night should have been a foul call. And I don't know. There's a lot going on with, I think, like the NFL is doing. I think I've said this on this before, but like the NFL has repercussions for teams that make consistently bad calls or missed calls. Like they don't get on the big games anymore; they get moved. I think NBA should do the same thing. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Scott Foster's still
calling NBA finals
in the NBA finals and all the biggest games. Foster. So
did you hear? Oh my God, who was it? Oh, I can't. Oh, I think it was Pat Bev. I think it was Pat Bev with Scott Foster. Did you hear what he said? I'm gonna call Chris Paul in your ass.
He's like, Chris Paul doesn't have your number or something like that.
Yeah. And then he was like, Chris Paul don't know who you are. or something like that. Chris Paul doesn't have your phone number, Pat. That was hilarious. That was a crazy comeback. Shout out Scott Foster for that one, bro. Humbled.
Nah, that was funny.
Humbled. But I did want to tell you this. I don't know if you saw it. I sent it to you on Instagram. And it's regarding the NBA. Two things I saw on Instagram. One I sent to you, one I didn't. The one I did send to you was the Kevin Durant thing. Did you see that?
You might have to catch me up on that one.
So he just, like, a couple days ago, he passed Carmelo for 9th all time. I'm pretty sure we all saw that, right? I didn't realize he played in 24 fewer games than Carmelo did. Which is, like, crazy to think about because...
Oh, it's because he got hurt.
He missed the whole season. He missed the whole 82 games. Let's not forget that.
I was like, they both been in the league for a hot minute.
But he missed the whole 82 games. That's obviously not the 224, but...
That's a big chunk of it.
Imagine if he didn't miss that season. He might be like 7th. I'm not saying he's going to be Bron and break the scoring record. He's not going to do that.
Yeah.
Speaking
of Bron, Bron's got how many more points till like
on the
70,
verge of 40.
70 something more
40K,
points.
Yeah, something like that. Like
40K.
Was it 77, 82, something like that? It might have gone down now. I don't know.
I thought it was 7. I'm locking in on 74.
Okay.
Tell me if I'm wrong. I'm probably wrong, but I'm gonna say 74 because that's the number that's in my head right now.
Total points. He's at. Oh, man. You all right?
74?
Yeah, he's at 39,926.
When it comes to LeBron, I know.
You know everything.
No. But I remember I just saw that like either today or yesterday.
It was a day ago. They put. I saw the thing.
Yesterday. So 74. I don't know how I remember that, but bro, that's like what 3-4 games ish, depending on how he wants to.
For Bron, he could do that in 2.
He could.
That's 34 and 40.
It depends on how he wants to do it.
That's 34 and 40.
I'm saying 3 games.
Yeah, max 4.
What's 74 divided by 3, bro?
20.
We're doing math on this podcast.
Hold on, because I can do math. Why am I stumped?
Well, it's not a whole number. Well, that's why it might be harder.
Of course, but how can I? Well, 60 divided by is 20, and then add 14. 14 divided by 2 26.
24.
I knew it was close.
24. You were close. 24.6, like roughly.
I was. You see?
Yeah.
So 25 round up.
Round up at 25 a game.
You can't get 0.6 of a point.
Yeah, he's gonna 25 a game, probably locking in 3 games.
What are the chances?
He does it in 2?
No, what are the chances that someone is calling for the ball in a mismatch under the rim when he shoots the fadeaway bucket?
Shout out Thomas Bryant.
Shout out TB, man. Shout out TB.
I still like that's for.
I don't know. I just thought that was funny. It just clicked in my head.
It's as a basketball play, makes sense. He has him sealed off.
100%. He had Shea on him under the rim. That's a mismatch.
Bro, understand the moment.
No, but I'm not disagreeing though. Like, I'm not disagreeing with like, okay, you should have just let Bron cook. But Bron has an extreme this guy's probably the smartest basketball player we've ever seen. 9 times out of 10, he's passing that ball.
Exactly.
Because he's like, oh, cook. But it's an easy layup.
Thomas, in that situation, let the man shoot.
I get it, but he still had enough time to go break the scoring record later in the game.
It was just funny,
He scored more. That wasn't like it wasn't his last
I know,
points.
It was funny, though, because everyone knew what was about to happen.
It's just a picture. It's just in the picture he's calling for the ball.
It seemed like everyone knew what was about to happen except him.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
The crowd was rocking. I remember watching that live. Crowd was rocking. The players. He called the ISO. Like, he got the switch off the screen.
He called an ISO?
No, he didn't call the ISO.
Okay.
He got the switch off the screen that he wanted. You knew he was going to shoot. Everybody knew he was going to shoot that joint.
Not Thomas Bryant.
And that's how Thomas was like, hey, give me the ball. Like, bro.
Hey, that's called awareness, though.
Wait for the rebound. He should have just sealed him off and stared at the hoop. Or stared at Bron, waiting for that ball to, if potentially miss, get the rebound, pass it back out to Bron, let Bron shoot again.
Wait for the... Oh. That didn't even kick. It took a minute for me. Oh, that was funny. That was funny, Jacob. Oh, that was funny.
And just do that over and over.
Until he got it.
Until he gets it. And then you can play basketball the rest of the game.
That was get the bit about pass it back. Oh, that was
That's
funny.
why I'm not a coach. Oh man.
Still think you'd be better than Doc Rivers.
Fight Giannis and Dame?
Speaking of Doc Rivers.
What's the whole thing about him being called lying? And you see all the memes about that?
The what?
The Doc River lying memes?
No.
Really?
No. I just know he didn't take accountability.
I've been seeing some outrageous,
Shout out JJ Redick once again.
Outrageous stuff And it's
I was going to talk about the Clippers.
Oh, yeah, you can talk about them.
Before we get into anything, did you see the new uniforms?
New uniforms I like.
I'm not going to lie.
They're tough.
I'm not going to lie, yeah, I'm a big fan.
The logo, however.
Big fan. That's what a Clipper is.
A boat?
Yeah. Look at you know how I know? Huh?
How?
Well, you can look it up. I was going to say the Indians. That's technically wrong now. The Cleveland Guardians. Their AAA team is called the Columbus Clippers. And they have a boat.
For real?
Yeah. I believe it's I'm not going to say what type of boat because I don't want to be wrong. What is a Clipper?
I did not know that. I thought it was random.
A fast sailing ship, especially one of 19th century, designed with concave bows, my fault, and raked masts.
Let me see a picture.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. That's a Clipper.
Huh.
Yeah. This
that makes me
one.
rethink.
Look where this one's from. Modern one. Yeah. Shout out Baltimore. Yeah. Or it's this.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
I know, but their logo's been
just the LA.
So
yeah,
long.
it's just the LAC.
Iconic,
yeah.
The LAC, like.
Yeah,
that's
but I didn't know that. I didn't know that because of the AAA
I feel like
team.
the boat's kind of random. Somebody said
that's why they're named the LA Clippers. I'm pretty sure.
Bro, the comment sections were flaming them.
Oh,
they were
100%.
like,
They're always gonna get flamed.
They said this looks like an AI generated logo you see in 2K or something.
I'm not gonna lie. I think the C with the boat is kind of hard. I don't like the solo C. I think it looks like the Cubs low key. I like the C with the boat. I like the court design in the new one. Court design's
cool. The uniforms are cool.
Everything about the red. The red is crazy.
I like them trying to separate themselves from the Lakers because they've been together for so long. They've always been the Lakers' like little brother kind of, which they will continue to be like in LA. But if they move separate, have their own branding, they can really start to feel like their own organization within LA.
Have you seen?
I don't know. The vote is still kind of weird to me though. I'm gonna get used to it.
Have you seen like the stuff that's gonna be in the Intuit Dome?
I saw something about the fan section.
The wall.
That's
sick. Yeah. For 51 straight rows.
That's cool.
And you cannot wear opposing team gear to sit there.
I think that's cool.
There's like a 51. I don't know if it's 21,000, 51,000. A numerous amount of urinals and toilets.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want you to. Steve Ballmer doesn't want you to be away from the game so long. And everything you can scan, like pay for things with scanning your palm. Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like that.
Like, it won't. I guess it's registered to your ticket or something like that. I don't know how it works, but you can because it'll make it quicker access to instead of having to take your card out and then it'll just scan your palm quicker to go, so you can get back quicker. You can get back quicker. To your seat to not miss as much action and everything like. Going to get food and like getting back will take you an average of 12 minutes, which is the average halftime length. Like everything is like extremely planned out. It's absurd, and I think that's the new wave, man. That's the new wave of technology. Everything they can do is crazy.
It's gonna be crazy.
And they can
palm. More places gonna probably start implementing that.
They can register your volume in certain decibels, and you get like in the wall, and you get like certain discounts. At the team store, stuff like that. Yeah, it's freaking sick. It's freaking sick. Yeah, it's sick.
Are you for real?
Apparently, that's what they say. So I don't know if it's 100%, but that's what they say. It's pretty cool. I just think that that's the new wave of like fan because they want to bring like that EuroLeague atmosphere. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be good for basketball. Just good for sports in general in America.
Do you think basketball teams need chants? Like some people have some in-game chants, but like more like soccer type chants.
Like football sometimes has too. I would say so, but I feel like I
think it'll only work with bigger teams.
But basketball is also a sport that plays a lot of music while playing. You got to remember that.
True.
They play a lot of like sometimes you'll hear songs while they're coming down. Or you hear, like, the Knicks have the guy on the actual piano that's like, whatever that is, Yeah. So it's like, they have sounds, and they kind of feed off of that. Whereas, like, football feeds off more of the, screaming for attention.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Oh, speaking of, like, football and, like, chants, I didn't even think about this. So, NCAA College Football 25 is going to come out soon.
I know, bro. I can't play it.
And what do you mean?
I can't.
Why?
Because I'm a PC guy. I'm a PC kid.
They're not gonna. Is it gonna be like PS5 exclusive?
Xbox and PlayStation.
you might have to invest.
I mean, I still have my 4. Does it turn on? I have no clue. I haven't turned it on in like a year.
So it's gonna be on the 4 too? There's no way. I think that's gonna be just 5 and like whatever new Xbox is out.
If it
I'd
is,
be shocked if that's on the 4. But
I just looked up Madden.
the amount of TikToks I've seen with the same audio of like me. Okay, let me find one for reference.
No,
just
just
so I'm not,
PS5 and then Xbox X and S.
Just so I'm not.
I might have
talking.
to just waste some money.
I think you might have to just waste. I think you might have to just waste some money.
The good thing is. Well, the bad thing is I will be out of here because I will have graduated college. So I'll have, the full setup back home. So I could just plug it into the desk and just have it next to the PC. Because that way I can still play MLB The Show too. Shout out.
This kind of stuff. It's
FSU war chant when you're playing against your friend and they're spamming FSU's war chant.
So it's the Penn State whiteout audio from when they made them call the timeout on the first play.
I know which one exactly. I'm pretty sure I like that video.
In NCAA 25.
Kennesaw State, is it?
No, it's using Eastern Michigan after getting no one in the transfer portal. My 52 overall QB converted from DoorDash is playing whiteout at Penn State. Every single time, it's just someone with the headset and then the jacket and the playbook as there's a piece of paper and you're just like on your knees, like or hands and knees, just stressing, just hoping
I
they get it.
saw one the same way. It might have been that one, and it said, "How did you get?"
Like,
no, I saw a different one, and it was like, a bad school too, and it was like, "How'd you get like Penn State isn't gonna waste their whiteout on you?" And we were like, he was like, "Bro, we went 13-0 last year." like,
bro, you seen the one where it's like NCAA 25 added mods, and now your small town high school team is going up against Penn State.
Small town high school. I hope they have like. I mean, I think everyone's gonna play franchise, but I feel like, oh my god, if we can play like, how they have the retro teams in 2K. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like you can play with like the 12 Heat. You can play with like the
96 Bulls,
96 Bulls, 99 Lakers.
The 01, the 01,
right?
Yeah.
Like imagine pulling out like 2012 Texas A&M. I'm cooking with Johnny Football. I'm cooking. You know what?
The 08 Gators? Is that the one that was good, or isn't that?
The Tebow one.
Yeah.
With the 3 murderers or whatever. No, you know what? Give me my 99 Canes, the best football team we've ever seen, or the 2000 Canes. My fault. The best college football team ever seen.
Bro,
it was so crazy. It was so crazy, right? What was it? They had 17 starters go first. No, that wasn't like that.
It was something ridiculous.
Yeah, something like that.
Bro, like this one, it's all the same.
I wish. Oh my god! But imagine EA does that. Like let you play with like retro teams. That'd be crazy.
They've been recording. They've been having I forget the name of the guy that's been recording the lines for the last like 2 years as the announcer for the football games. I hope they bring Gus Johnson in the game too, though.
That'd be the best one.
Dude, Gus.
Who is it? Jim Nantz?
No, it's not Jim Nantz. He's not an NFL guy. He's cool though. I think he did some of the ones in the past. But like this one, you scheduled a snowy November whiteout game at Penn State. Your first season as head coach of Tarleton State.
I think it's that one. I think it's that one. Let me see it.
What, bro? Tarleton State.
Damn, man. I'm trying to think of the video.
And the caption says, "Snap the ball."
It's like when the best ones is when the caption is like the pressure gets to your quarterback, and he one called the timeout. He's like. And he's like mouthing it. He's like, "Slap the ball, like time." He's
Dude,
like, it's like your 33 overall quarterback.
There's so many of these, and I love every single one. Like this one, you bring your 1-5 Georgia Southern team to play the number 1 6-0 Georgia away in your in-state to start an in-state rivalry.
That's impossible. Imagine you end up winning that game, so Tech isn't the rivalry anymore. Oh Lord,
bro! This one says me coaching James Madison in NCAA 25 with a walk-on QB on the road. It's all versus Penn State. It's all in November.
Penn State, the nose. Like, your November. Friend is just spamming the nose chant. Oh. I'm
Dude,
just like
the FSU one too.
Oh my god, man, they're so funny.
Oh my gosh, I love. This game's gonna be hype. I never played the old ones, like never.
Me neither.
I was always
I played one.
I was always a Madden kid, but this is genuinely making me consider buying like the game. Yeah. Bro.
I might spend money on a PlayStation 5 just to get this game.
I'm excited. Like I'm actually
Me too.
Bro, wait, see, all right, last one. When NCAA 25 allows you to add D2 teams, so now now the Upper Iowa Peacocks are playing against Penn State. What?
The Upper
Iowa Peacocks.
Is that even a real team?
It's a D2 team.
Jeez Louise,
he's just
man.
on the sideline like, come on, let's get him. Bro.
Jesus Christ.
Gonna take my old team to the ship. That's enough of that. But
I hope they do. We'll make a Florida Southern team. You goddamn right. Bring them back.
I would make a Florida Southern team in that game.
Yeah.
Go Mocs. Just, I beat Alabama in the Natty, Florida Southern football. Come on.
Hey.
Tell me that wouldn't be hype. But anyways, that's our little TikTok kick. Except, no, I got more. I want to talk about what you sent me. Was it yesterday or today?
The Steph Curry one?
Ladies and gentlemen, no, the bathroom one, bro.
Oh.
I don't even know how to describe this.
This is a perfect way to end the podcast, by the way.
It's the Toronto Kawhi Leonard Game 7 versus Philly. Is this the dagger call? Iconic. Everyone knows that. But the slides are this dude pissing from far away in a toilet. Trash can. The first slide is trash can knocked over. It says broke boy's ankles. And then the second one, double-handed dunk from downtown. He's standing. Picture this.
On the toilet seat.
He's standing on the toilet seat, pissing straight down.
Yeah.
And then the third slide is over the defender. There's a trash can in between him and the toilet. He's pissing over it. I saw this and I was like, Bryan, you gotta explain yourself, bro. What?
I thought it was funny. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was funny.
Bro,
there's no way around it.
I was like, what am I looking at?
I thought it was funny. You can't tell me you didn't laugh.
I did laugh.
All right, there we go.
I was so confused though. Like, bro. You said some wild stuff, but that was up there. That was funny.
My TikTok is half wild. Well, anytime I get those things, I gotta laugh and I gotta share with my people. Half my TikTok is Siege. Shout out. I did say I was a Diamond 1 player. Last one. I'm not.
That was funny when you were just like, what are you, silver?
Not anymore.
What are you?
Bro, we had the worst teammates last night. Lost every game.
How many?
Except the last one. We played 4. Lost the first 3. 4-0.
How bad do you drop after losing a game?
It depends how much. Like, usually we played quicker, so we weren't losing that much elo. We weren't losing that much.
So what are you now?
Bronze 1. Yeah, we went back. My boy's still silver 3, though.
Okay.
But we play like Diamond 1s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
why do you play that high level if you're a bronze one? Oh, sorry,
bro, because you look at our freaking first ranked game, he's like 9-4, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm like 8-7. I usually die every round, but I'll get a lot of kills. I'll get kills. So then now the way they still do it is if you play good, you get played up, and then we'll have the worst teammates possible, and we're playing against some freaking sweats, and they're just like, I'm like, bro, I died to a kid yesterday, and I didn't even see him. I saw his angle. There was no physical way I was going to see him.
Yeah.
No, he was in like the biggest pixel I've ever seen. The best pixel ever. Like, not even Jinxie's killing him. Like, the only person that's killing him is Bolo. There's no other way around it. Like, Bolo's the only person that can kill him.
That's tough, bro.
I was like, what are we doing? I also hadn't played in like 5 days. So I was very rusty. But so I was like, what are we doing?
You guys screaming at each other?
No, we don't scream at each other. We blame everybody else.
That's not real gaming, though. You got to just yell at each other and be like, bro, you're trash. You're literally selling. You know what?
100%. If there was the one game, I said, Christian, what are we doing? Yeah, Christian, I'm talking to you. I was like, what are we doing? He's like, chill, I'm support. Bottom fragging. Like, come on, man. He was like 0 for. He was 0 for. I was like 7-2. I was like, come on, man. We always do that.
Here's one hope I have for a new president at the school. Anchor's retiring. Shout out. She's out of here. Better Wi-Fi because
100%. I'd be lagging my ass
better
off.
Wi-Fi because it's notoriously bad in the suites.
It's bad everywhere.
I know it's bad everywhere, but like this is worse than I've seen. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to update Fortnite, right? Yes, I still play Fortnite. Fortnite's so fun. Like, bro, don't hate on me for that. It said 7 hours.
Jesus.
For an update. And this is not the first time this happened. Every time I try to update it, it took all night one time. I had to leave my PS4 on.
On rest mode?
Put
on rest mode,
all I did was want to play for like 30 minutes, an hour, couple games.
Yeah.
Hit me with the 7-8 hours. And bro, like, it was only a couple gigs. and it's going at a couple megabytes a second, bro. I'm like, what?
I know.
What are we doing? So instead, I just play FIFA with my roommate.
We used to run the Wi-Fi when I lived in the suites.
I got an Ethernet cable.
We used to have 4 people on Fortnite in the same suite.
You're asking for 200 ping.
Not one of us lagged.
That makes no sense.
The rest of the building and the Wi-Fi. We were running the Wi-Fi.
Hogging everything.
100% we were hogging that Wi-Fi.
Dude.
Bro, whenever we lagged.
4 people is crazy.
Bro, we used to have me. So I was the first room when you walk in. I was the first room in the double, right?
Yeah.
It used to be me and my roommate. He was on a PC. I was on my PS4 at the time. There was one on the outside TV, and then shout out my dog Connor. He was in his room on his Xbox, and there was an Xbox in the living room. So we had us 4. We'd run quads. So we'd start swapping. There was times I'd be in class. Zach, my roommate Zach now is still my roommate. He'd be on my PS4 playing. And then Connor would be in, someone would be outside, Jared would be on, or like we always had Fortnite on that sophomore year, man. That was crazy. We used to run so much Wi-Fi. Then we'll be like, yo, why isn't the Wi-Fi working? And then we're like, all right.
No, y'all actually terrible for that.
Somebody got mad at us and was using the Wi-Fi. Yeah, no, it was bad. It was bad.
Bro, no, I bought an Ethernet cable because I was like, it's going to solve all my issues. Because one of my brothers in the suite next to us did the same thing. Worked for him. 2 of them did it. And then I got it. I plug it in. The Ethernet port, like, it's blinking. It works and everything. Try to set it up. Doesn't work. I was so... Bro, at the time, I bought a new headset, bought the cable. I'm like, I'm ready to game, bro. No lag, no everything. And it just doesn't work. Nice. So I'm stuck with bad Wi-Fi.
Nice.
And there's no way to fix it.
Yeah, no.
Like, it's on. I don't know how to... I'm going to put it on a work order. It was so bad freshman year in Spivey. I had bought a wireless, like... Well, Spivey sucks.
Like, hotspot, but it didn't work.
Me and my roommates have talked about getting our own network.
Yeah.
Like,
no, I don't blame you.
Because it's that bad.
I don't blame you.
But, yeah, that's our little... Actually, this is sports. I played so much FIFA yesterday.
Shout out.
I got cooked every time.
Shout out.
FIFA's so fun, though. Even when you're losing,
I haven't been running FIFA. I haven't run FIFA in a minute.
I need to run 2K again. Honestly.
I know. I had 20.
I need to play 24. 23 sucks so bad. It's so bad. I have 23, and it's terrible.
23 is the book on the cover, right? Am I not mistaken? Or was that 24? Yeah, no, 23. I had 23. I deleted it.
Dude, you can't make any... I had to turn the sliders up just to make some shots. You can't make anything in that game.
I made a slasher.
The last one?
I made a slasher. I was making shots.
The last one I played was 20. We've had 20 for years. 20 is probably my favorite 2K of all time. 20.
16.
Dude, 20 is a good 2K.
20 is good. Don't get me wrong. I played a lot of 20.
I played 16.
Them COVID days, bro, we was running part.
I played 16 on the PS3, so I didn't get the... yeah.
No.
So
I've had a PS4 for a minute.
No, I didn't get a PS4 till later. But, yeah, 20 is like peak for me, bro. Yeah, that's our little video game corner. I want to talk about, because I didn't know, I still don't fully understand it, but the NCAA college like realignment for the tournament, what's going on with that? Are they upping? I think it was from 68 teams to 96 potentially. Is that what
for the March Madness?
Yeah.
No, they want to, but
they're not doing it, but they want to.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Just because I don't know.
Because I saw Jay Williams talking about how he's in favor, and I forget the other woman's name, but she was saying how she's against it. I'm against it because, like, why?
Keep it how it
68's already a lot.
Keep it how it is. If you're not good enough to make it, if you got to be in the NIT, you're in the NIT.
Yeah.
Keep it how it is.
96 is a lot of people.
It's a lot.
And that tournament's going to last for a long time.
It'll be longer, yeah. It'll be, I think, 2 weeks instead of 1 week. Or is it already 2 weeks?
It's already...
It might be a month.
It would be longer than that.
Yeah. It might go from March 1st till March 30th. 31st,
and they'd be playing like almost every day. Yeah, that would be too much.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, his point was, if you can, from a fan standpoint, continue to increase the engagement, leading to more money, leading to more brand deals, leading to more all of that, like, why not? Because it's just more fun as a viewer.
No, I agree.
But I don't remember her name, but what she said was, if everyone could get in, like you said, it wouldn't be as special.
Yeah.
And why would you do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The whole point of the hype of the regular season and winning those tournaments, winning those in-conference championships to get a spot, like, means so much more. So if everyone can just get in, it's like, what are we fighting for in the regular season, you know?
I agree.
So I think it's weird how they want to do that. On the other hand, college football playoffs being expanded makes so much sense, and it's about time they did it. They should have done it a long time ago.
I agree.
Because the whole way that it's voted with 4 teams in the committee, it's just not... It's not how it should have been.
Yeah.
Because the way the NFL does it is perfect. Like, I know if the NFL expanded a couple, but this way you can get those top teams and not have someone go 13-0 like FSU, even if they would have got smacked.
And get snubbed.
You know? they'll make a spot. They might not get a bye week or whatever, but they'll still have to play a couple games and earn their way into the national championship. And then you can see more of a chance for an upset in different rounds as opposed to just one round.
Yeah, either the first round or the second round.
So I love it. It's like, what, 12 teams now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God, man.
I love it. It's going to be really good.
Yeah. We're going to see. It's going to be more competitive.
Can't wait to see Georgia back in it. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, you goddamn right. Go Dogs.
That was fully a joke.
I'm not on this end. I'm an ACC guy. Shout out to Canes. But if I had to root for one SEC team, it ain't Florida, that's for sure. It's Georgia.
That's fair. That's fair. I don't know. I think it'll be fun to watch coming in the fall. Do you think it'll be, if it does somehow go wrong, would you see them not scrapping the idea but like changing it the next year?
No. Not instantly. I think if it goes wrong 1 year, that's fine. Because the four team went wrong last year. Yeah. They already had plans to change it. So, or this year, technically.
Shout out TCU, man.
So, who knows? I think they'll keep it. If they don't like it, they'll go back to it after like 4 years.
I think so. Even back, it would suck.
Yeah, I hope they don't. But if they do, I'd give it 4 years.
You got any baseball updates? I haven't seen anything from baseball. I heard one of my friends went to the spring training game between the Yankees and
the Tigers.
Yeah, it was like 22-6 or something like that.
22-10.
22-10? Oh, okay. Horrendous.
Still, embarrassing. But the Tigers, actually, there was a video where the ball dropped in no man's land. 4 people convened. No one caught the ball. The shortstop tried to dive and catch it. And
it went off his foot and went to the...
Yep.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yep.
I saw that.
Yep. The Tiger's going to Tiger, man.
And everyone's like, this is spring training completely summed up.
Yep. But shout out Tim Anderson, man. I feel it. I feel a comeback season for you. Shout out Tim Anderson. The Marlins just signed him.
Really?
Yeah. I know he got knocked out last season. Quite literally got knocked out. I don't know if you saw that fight. He literally got dropped.
I saw the fight.
Yeah. But... Hey, I feel a comeback season. We finally got it. They finally got their shortstop. Right, we got third baseman, our shortstop. We got our infield locked up. We got our outfield locked up.
So what's your super early projection for them? Last season they started out 13-0 or something like that, or
the Marlins?
Yeah, they started super hot.
They did. That ain't happening this year. But we're also missing our best pitcher. Right. Shout out Sandy. He has Tommy John, so he's out for the season. But I think it all just depends on the pitching, man. I think it's pretty much the same team they're going with, just that they ended the season with, and just a new shortstop, and that's what they needed. So I'm excited. I mean, they're not going to win. They have the Braves in their division. Let's not forget. But and in the Philly, shout out Bryce Harper.
You think the Braves are going to get it next year?
No.
No. Everyone was saying they should have had it last year.
They should have. But there's a team, that has a specific player. And that specific player, right? Shout out Bryce Aaron Max Harper.
I knew exactly where you were going with this.
Yeah. Full name and everything.
Yeah.
He'd a GOAT for me. So. Yeah.
So it's Philly's year?
No, I don't think so either. I don't think so either. I don't think so either. I think, honestly, if there's a team I would say that's gonna win it, I genuinely think Texas can go back to back.
Really?
I genuinely think they can.
That was going to be my next question. Is it the Rangers' year then? Because
I think they can go back to back. You have to say them because of what they did. Over the offseason, the Yankees. They can make a push.
I feel like they're kind of the Cowboys, so you have to say that every year.
No. Because it ain't just 5 wins; it's 27 wins.
Okay, yeah.
But they made some changes.
Shout out Dallas.
Right. Stanton looks healthier. They got Soto. I'm a big Soto guy. You've seen the jersey. I have his Padres jersey. So I think they got something. They sorted out their outfield. They got 2 great outfielders and a good outfielder. They got a good first baseman, a great first baseman. I love Rizzo. A good second baseman. They're pretty solid. So I don't know. I think we got to see. Obviously, you got to say it's the Dodgers.
Yeah.
You have to, but I think they're going to choke either way. They're the Cowboys. All this promising stuff and then choke.
Yeah. So no, I think that's fair.
We'll see how it goes.
I want a final question before we get out of here, because I just watched The Longest Yard with my some of my roommates.
You know what? And you want me to break your heart?
What?
I've never seen it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I know. Shocker. Right? Flame me.
It's a great movie.
I know. I've heard nothing but great things. I've just never seen it.
I mean, it's bro, Adam Sandler in football.
Yeah. But what were you going to say about the youngest guard?
I was going to say great movie, but I was going to ask you. I think I've talked about this on here before, but you're like top 5 sports movies. I know this is a lot of people, or you can top 5 football, but you can do sports, you can do football, sports any movie? Sports. Because this isn't a lot of people's list. And I watched it, great movie. Personally, not my top 5, but still very entertaining,
I'm
very
gonna be
funny.
honest, never seen Remember the Titans. Flame me. Never seen it. So I'm going to just put that out there. If it doesn't make my top 5, I know, Jacob, I know you're reacting like that. This is why, okay? This is why. So
I'm going to need a second.
Hold your horse. We'll make this quick so we can get out, and then you can go cry in the corner.
Brian, I'm
going to say Bull Durham, right, is one of my favorite baseball movies. It's a phenomenal movie. The Benchwarmers. This is in no order.
Yeah, no order.
Space Jam.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a big Space Jam. The first one. I think it's funny. I think it's funny.
All right.
Because I could just make one on straight baseball movies, but I think that, Major League, that's a hilarious movie. You definitely got to watch that. And then Waterboy.
No Field of Dreams in there?
I've never seen it. And I think it's honestly, it's an overrated movie.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen it all the way through.
And Waterboy.
So, do you lean more for funny sports movies as like your best ones as opposed to like dramatic ones, or?
I'm an idiot. Because I've said this is one of my...
Waterboy is great.
No. I've said this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I don't know. It made me cry. It made me laugh. It made me mad. 42. That has to be in there. I cannot forget that movie.
I haven't seen 42.
It is, oh my gosh. Shout out, rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman. Love that guy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That movie, the first time I watched it in theaters, I cried. I got mad. I laughed. I smiled. I hit every emotion. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. How did I forget that? That one's number 1 for sure. Best sport movie I've ever seen in my life. Bro. I know I broke your heart. I'm so sorry.
I can't, how have you made it this far without seeing Remember the Titans, bro? You gotta come over one day and we gotta watch it.
Bet.
Because, do you have Disney Plus?
I do.
It's on Disney Plus.
I know.
We're watching it.
I know.
Bro, Denzel Washington.
Wait, technically does racing count as a...
Yeah, racing counts.
Speed Racer.
Yeah, Speed Racer's fine.
Great movie.
All right, I'm gonna go... Wow, that threw me for a loop. That's not a bad list.
Cry now. You can go now.
Because Remember the Titans was my number 1. So I was just
number 1.
The fact that you haven't seen... Bro, that movie is...
Then we'll... Go ahead so we can wrap this up.
All right, I'm not going to go in order, but if I had to order, Titans would be number 1. I got Remember the Titans, Glory Road, which is basically Remember the Titans but basketball. Also on Disney Plus. Phenomenal movie. I didn't even mention watch it.
You know what? Screw Space Jam. Coach Carter. Better
that
movie.
Was my third. Coach
Better
Carter.
Movie,
I was about to say, Space Jam is iconic because it's cultural, but as a movie, let's be honest. Yeah. I got Coach Carter. I'm going to throw... There's some good ones that I haven't seen in a while, so I'm going to throw Miracle in there. I saw it once, but I really, really like that because I think The Miracle on Ice is genuinely one of the greatest sports stories in history.
100%.
Anyone who doesn't know, go look it up. It's absolutely phenomenal. So that movie was really good. And then lastly, what's one that I've always come back to that I've laughed at? I'd have to go... If it's animated, does it count?
Yeah.
I'm going to go Everyone's Hero. Great movie.
You know which one I forgot to?
Keep your eye on the ball. I've been quoting that since I was 8 years old.
You know which one I forgot to? Perfect Game.
Perfect Game. I thought about it, but I was Everyone's Hero, me and my whole family, that's a classic.
Great movie.
That's a classic.
Technically, if you count any movie that just has a sport plate in it, Chicken Little. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I love Chicken Little.
It's a great movie.
But I'm not going to count it just because.
Shout out Aerosmith.
Safe. The runner is safe. Sorry, I could quote that movie too.
I played the video game.
Bro, there was a video game?
Yeah.
All right, we're getting off track. Bull Durham, I've never heard of that. People get mad if I don't say Hoosiers or, Moneyball and stuff like that.
Oh, Moneyball's a great movie. But I think it's too technological. It's too, analytical. I'm thinking about sports. I'm thinking about, just seeing the team play, stuff like that.
The Blind Side used to be on there, but until we found out that it was a lie, I'm not putting it up there. yeah, there's a lot of other missed ones, but I'm gonna go with that. And we have got to get out of here, but thank you so much for coming back and listening to season 2, episode 18 of the Players Club podcast. This is Jacob and Brian signing out once again. We will see you guys next week.
Peace.